If that doesn't emphasize how much I don't understand the romantic thing, I don't know if anything can.
Hello, lovely humans. I'm Elle.
And I'm Kaden.
And we are both aromantic. Woohoo! So we thought it'd be fun to review some aromantic memes because the internet likes that. Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm as ready as I ever will be.
Alright, so we're gonna look at the meme and then we'll read the meme, I guess. And then we'll say some stuff about the meme, maybe whether we thought it was relatable as aromantic humans. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's go!
Awesome. Meme number one.
Meme number one. Okay, hear me out. A vampire who does the whole obsessed with a human thing, except it's 100% platonic, just really, really, really wants to be pals. What are you doing in my room? Jennifer? Do you want to play this category? Yeah, I thought you would like this one because you always pretend to be a vampire when you're trying to be a romantic impersonation.
Yeah, come to my dark castle.
See? Vampires are romantic in an overbearing, creepy way. Right at the bottom. Vampire. Wear this ancient pendant, Jennifer. It will keep you safe. Jenny. This is obviously just half of a best friends forever necklace.
That's kind of funny.
Us and our other asexual counterpart on this channel all decided when we had kind of barely met you to get best friends forever necklaces that all attach. Except I lost mine, so I'm no longer part of the trio. We're no longer, the platonic threesome, but...
I still faithfully keep mine beside my bed.
Okay, more about the meme anyways.
I have no clue why the trope is that, oh, I'm an immortal vampire, and hello, innocent, manipulatable human. I'm going to woo you into staying at my castle and finding my extreme edginess and sharp, pointy teeth endearing. And I don't know. If that doesn't emphasize how much I don't understand the romantic thing, I don't know if anything can.
Arrow meme number two. I believe in a very traditional view of marriage. It's just not worth it unless it's for land, money, or political power. I've decided I won't get married unless it'll ensure an alliance with France.
Yes, strategic marriage is the only practical marriage.
I just think it's funny because marriage is such a bizarre concept to me because it seems to only exist to decide where women's items will be owned by, if they're owned by their father or they're now married human.
Yeah, and also you've talked about the incentivizing of marriage and then the metanormativity that goes with it, and I feel like marriage as a standard would be more logical as, I want your land, money, and position of political power.
Yeah, so as aromantic people, when there's no romantic benefit to marriage,
it's merely
only do it if you're gonna get something out of it.
It's merely a tool for world domination. Exactly.
Arrow meme number three. I'm sure you've seen this one before. I just think it's hilarious. Arrow's playing Truth or Dare when everyone starts asking, who do you like? Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Yeah. Straight up, bro. That is the most relatable thing. That happens every single time because apparently Truth or Dare is the romantic game and it always leads to who do you like.
That is the only question anybody ever asks in Truth or Dare.
And it's such wasted potential.
I once dared my friend to go make me toast and I was so proud of myself.
Yeah. It opens up a whole new world of dares when you set the precedent of hey, I can actually go make you do something that I just want something out of. So toast, cinnamon buns, something fun rather than who are you romantically attracted to? So interested and invested in your personal feelings and life. Tell me. It fuels me. Okay,
arrow meme number four. Arrows. How do you know when you have a crush? Aromantics. You just know.
Alright then. Keep your secrets.
That's relatable.
Yeah, it's okay, but what if you don't just know? How do you know? Am I just not knowing the thing? Or am I yet to just know? Is there some concrete descriptor for romantic knowing?
Yeah, I think it can probably be difficult to know you're aromantic in the first place if you don't know what having a crush on someone feels like. And
yeah.
It's just everybody's you just know, and you don't know yet, but also...
You could apply any sort of attraction you know, because if the only attraction you knew was one that you applied to the definition of romantic, but it's not inherently romantic attraction, that could lead to some confusing problems, because it's wait, what? That doesn't quite line up with that person's definition of romantic, and while that might not be a problem, it could be different sorts of attraction, damn, that's an aesthetically pleasing human.
I love aesthetically pleasing humans.
But if you never knew the difference, you're maybe that's romantic attraction, and I just am romantically attracted to all the cool people.
Okay,
Hero.
Aro meme number 5. Why are there so many songs about romance? There are other kinds of relationships out there. I'm sure people have enough feelings about the Duolingo owl alone to inspire like 50 songs minimum. And then it's Hero from Big Hero 6, who is like the Aro Ace icon.
A song without sex or romance seems bare at this point.
Just so odd.
That is odd, like, because songs typically talk about some sort of feeling, and that feeling almost consistently ends up being, woo, I'm horny and romantic.
I'm also like really particular with the songs I listen to. Like I always look at the lyrics and make sure I like agree with them or somehow like them. I don't like listening to songs with lyrics that I find iffy. So like I'll be listening to a song for the first time and then I like, oh right, they're talking about romantic love here. Okay,
Darn.
not so relatable anymore.
I thought it was a profound metaphor for my earthly plight, but alas, it is that which I do not understand.
Although I think we're lucky in one sense with romantic songs in that a lot of romantic songs, as long as they're not too specific, can like the feelings associated with romance can be applied to things like friendship or like queer platonic relationships or whatever. They're not super exclusive, but sometimes they are.
Yeah, I appreciate that about romantic songs sometimes because rather than saying you just know what the romance is, it actually tries to explain it, which is kind of nice. Like, it's not always effective, but if it's like, my heart flutters or something, and it's like, okay, heart palpitations. Noted. What else?
Symptoms of romance.
Diagnose me, please.
Aro meme number 6. Me. I want a significant other. Person, but you're aromantic. Me, by significant other, I mean a person I care about deeply and who I can trust with my life and watch movies with and live in a nice apartment one day with cute cat decorations on the shelves and get hugs from if I need them and go shopping with a significant other doesn't need to be inherently romantic. Yes!
Yeah, it's an other who is significant, not like, ooh, you're significant.
I think this is funny because I think this was one of the main reasons I wouldn't have known I was aromantic for like longer, is because I was like, I still want people to like me and I still want someone I can like live with and exist around comfortably.
Yeah, no, I heavily relate to that as well because it's just like being alone's kind of lonely. I don't know, I think it's almost like having like a sibling you're really close to, like that sort of dynamic. Like once you live with somebody and you get really comfortable with them, it's just nicer to have them around and it's cool to have a human. The lack of that human is sort of isolating.
And I also think it's often difficult to separate all the things described in this meme from like romance for a lot of people. When you're aromantic and still want these things, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like, what's the difference? You chose a human, but it's like, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah. Aro meme number 7. When someone asks who you have a crush on, Aros started to laugh. Ha ha ha, he chuckled. Okay, this one's funny. It's from Twilight, which is like supernatural romance. You probably know Twilight. Everybody knows Twilight. If you don't know Twilight, look it up.
It's
yeah.
the vampire trope again.
Yeah, it's
Whisk
the vampire.
me away and make me immortal and seduce me with your fangs.
Anyways, I saw this meme. It wasn't an aromantic meme. It was just this line in the book demonstrating how bad the writing was. So I just automatically think this is funny. But with the aromantic add-on, it's...
I know, the name is so fitting. Arrow started to laugh. Ha ha ha. And also just the redundancy of laugh. Ha ha ha. He chuckles. It was kind of hilarious. It's like, I'm really emphasizing how comedic romance is to me.
But yeah, getting to the actual point of the meme, when someone asks who you have a crush on, this never really happened to me when I didn't really know I was Aro, but like still kind of knew I was Aro. It would have been like, I don't know, I just don't have a crush on anybody. And everybody believed me. Like, I think I emitted like Aro vibes.
I was not so lucky. I didn't quite understand the crush thing, but I wasn't so overtly dominating of their perspective, so they weren't able to isolate me from being a possible target in Truth or Dare.
Who do you like, Kanan?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, you were always so awkward. I've been around you when you've been asked that question, and it was awkward. I told your Aro ass to go jump in the lake once when you were taking too long to answer that question. He'd been like Truth to like admit who he liked and was like not saying anything for like 5 minutes and everybody was trying to get it out of him.
It was
I just got so annoyed.
I appreciated that though. It was refreshing because when you're sitting there and there's a throng of romantic teenagers being like, who do you like? And internally you're like, what? It's a little awkward because if you don't speak immediately, it sort of emphasizes the situation in that, oh, we have to know now. And it's like, no, I'd rather jump in the lake.
Aro meme number 8. Undiscovered arrows. And then sees a squish. is this romantic attraction? So a squish is like a platonic crush. They're wonderful and confusing when you are not so much knowing that you're aro. So like I've had multiple squishes in the past, and you definitely think they're romantic attraction if you're not so all-knowing in the A-spectrum world.
I think that relates back to the thing I was mentioning earlier, where it can be confusing since people describe romance as you just know it's there. Like if you experience a different type of attraction, such as a squish, it's heavily confusing because you're like, is this romance? Is this a romance? And no, it's not. But it's still fun. Yeah, it's just a different thing, and it is very cool in its own world.
I love squishes.
Squish.
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 Okay, moving on. That's a relatable one.
I like that one.
Aromantic 9. Friendship love is so confusing. It's like, yes, I'd like to bring you flowers and compliment you and make you the happiest person on earth, but no Romo. No Romo. Finally someone put this into words. No Romo is a common phrase used by aromantic humans. And I very much relate to this feel. Because I feel like that about most of my friends. Like, I think I'm pretty intensely platonically attracted to people. So it's like, I want to do all the things, but they seem romantic.
Yes. Fuel my love language. Take my gifts. I bestow upon thee love. No Romo.
That was a good one. Last meme, Aro 10. Aro culture is being the best at giving relationship advice because you can look at things from a logical standpoint and not from an emotionally fueled perspective. And then having that advice be followed by, how is it that you're still single? Happened a lot to this one.
Yeah, and it's like, don't quite understand it.
Yeah, happened a lot to you. Hasn't happened a lot to me. I'm the breed of aro that can't even give romantic advice, so...
I can't until I'm doing it.
Yeah, you've literally given so many people romantic advice.
I don't know how I magnetically draw in people who are like, you seem like you'd know what this is, and it's like, yeah, definitely.
And
yeah.
You were giving someone romantic advice, and then that person decided that he needed to set you up with someone in return.
That was a situation. That was a whole romantically confused kerfuffle.
Anyways, 2 breeds of aros. This can be relatable or not so relatable, but I don't know. It's a good one. Good meme.
Yeah, good meme.
Alright, that's it for the memes.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching, humans.
We love you, humans. No Romo. Bye.